I traveled into a book and kidnapped the villain. I watched over him, controlled him, and brainwashed him, seducing him with words, "I love you." I played with him like this until the very end, until he could no longer live without me. I got dumped. It started when I suggested installing a surveillance camera in the bathroom. My boyfriend finally seemed to have had enough, screaming hysterically, "Meteor Thornley, are you crazy? We already have 4 cameras installed at home." I looked at him innocently, asking pitifully, "Why are you angry? I just wanted to see you more often." He shuddered, saying, "You're really mentally disturbed. I shouldn't have been so stupid as to fall for your face." I tilted my head in confusion. "But didn't you say when you confessed that you liked how clingy I am?" "I regret it. Only a psychopath could tolerate you." He shook off my hand forcefully, looking utterly defeated. "I'm just an ordinary person. Please let me go. Break up, please." But I couldn't bear it, because I hadn't seen enough of his face. Seeing his unstable emotions, I had to lock him in the bathroom, suggesting he reconsider. But he kicked the door desperately inside, shouting about calling the police to arrest me. Seeing his stubbornness, I sighed and added another lock. Then I returned to the bedroom, holding tightly to the pillow that still held his scent as I fell asleep. When I woke up, I found myself inside a novel I read last night. The rich, powerful villain had set his sights on the pure and innocent female lead, forcibly separating her from the male lead and binding her to keep her captive. The male and female lead fought back with their wits and courage, being each other's only light and salvation, eventually working together to send the villain to jail. At this point, the female lead had been kidnapped by the villain, and the male lead had been beaten and hospitalized. But I arrived. I remembered what my ex-boyfriend said. "Only a psychopath could handle someone like you." The corner of my mouth curled slightly under my mask. I raised my hand and knocked on the door. "My honey, I've come to find you." The door opened. The villain had an extremely handsome face, with clear, gentle features and a mild expression, wearing a light gray sweater, his hair soft and fluffy. He looked harmless. No one would think that beneath his feet, in a dark basement, a young girl was imprisoned. "Hello?" He looked at me with a gentle smile, but I noticed his slightly tensed body. I knew he was hiding a dagger behind the door, because I was too. I gazed at him greedily. So handsome, 1,000,000 times more than my ex-boyfriend. To prevent my gaze from being too intense, I lowered my cap brim and lifted the takeout box in my hand. "Hello, I'm the delivery person." His smile faded slightly. "Delivery? Sorry, I didn't order any delivery." I pretended to check the order. "Ain't he residential complex, building 1, right." I pretended to check the order. "Garden Street, building 1, right." He hesitated for a moment, reaching out to take the delivery and examine it. His wrist was fair and delicate, his fingers slender and beautiful. I stared without blinking, thinking silver handcuffs would suit him. "It's the neighborhood next door." Finally, he returned the delivery to me, seemingly patiently guiding me. I still felt his watchful gaze as I left, like a knife in my back. He was annoyed at being interrupted, while I was ecstatic. Passing a trash bin, I casually tossed the takeout, along with my hat and mask. The glass reflected a sweet, harmless smile, with drooping eyes like a dull little puppy, a slightly upturned nose, a plump mouth, and 2 dimples on the cheeks. Who would be wary of such a face? Humming a tune, I dialed the number happily. "Hello, I'd like to place an urgent order for a sturdy iron cage. For a large dog that hasn't been trained, so it might be aggressive." I took one last look at the villa behind me, smiling as I hung up the phone. "No problem, I'm very good at training dogs."